This was rough. This was rough to see the other day. I got a notification that Anita Sarkeesian is looking for work in the video game space. Now, I want to preface this. I think it's important to kind of fill everybody in on who Anita Sarkeesian is. I describe her as patient zero. I describe her as the gaming devil, because I think that everything that is happening in the video game space right now can go back to more or less her getting involved in the video game space. When people describe a grifter, they are describing Anita Sarkeesian. They're describing somebody who doesn't love the medium, who found an opportunity to inject themselves into said medium and ultimately profit off that medium. That is what Anita Sarkeesian has done. I found a video from 10 years ago. It only has 3,000 views over on YouTube. But I wanted to play this video as a little bit of a backdrop for you, Mally, so you can learn a little bit more about Anita Sarkeesian. Now, she, before we kind of even start this video, she had a video series called Feminist Frequency. And she is a feminist media critic who made a series of educational videos about the portrayal of women in video games called Tropes versus Women in Video Games. And it was all about, you know, the lady who, you know, it's about the princess in Mario and how she's being saved by Mario and how it's problematic. And these women are more empowered. You know, it's the classic whammon type thing, right? Now, she was interviewed about the project, and she often talks about how she's a gamer herself and she's motivated to do what she does because just how much she loves video games. In fact, here is footage of her saying just that.
5 years old. This is a photo of me at age 10 playing Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. So I've been playing games for quite a while. And in addition to being a lot of fun to play, games have lots of positive benefits as well. So again, I've been playing games for a while.
So here we go. As it says, however, recent analysis from some of her university lectures suggests this isn't the case. Now, when it says recent, this video is from a decade ago, right? So people were able to snuff this out pretty quick. The following clips were taken from a lecture Anita gave at Santa Monica College in California back in early 2010. Now, the clips we just watched were from 2012. So 2 years prior, she gave this lecture that we're going to watch here. So here we go.
I'm going to show you a remix that I just finished this weekend and no one else has seen. One person has seen it. It's a soundtrack of one song, except I'm doing video games. So it's not exactly a fandom. I'm not a fan of video games. I actually had to learn a lot about video games in the process of making this. To me, the song is positive just because I've only contextualized it in a way to critique male domination in our media. And also video games, like I would love to play video games, but I don't want to go around shooting people and ripping off their heads, and it's just gross. So hence this is my response to that.
Video games are so interesting and engaging and interactive. I'm a gamer and I enjoy games. I love games. I'm a fan of games.
I'm not a fan of video games. I would love to play video games, but I don't want to go around shooting people and ripping off their heads, and it's just gross.
So
interesting double back, Kamala.
Right, right. So she had this Kickstarter. It raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. She has worked with a number of different companies along the way, and after many, many years, Feminist Frequency actually went out of business. It was one of those things that it was very controversial for its time. And back in 2024 here, this year, they closed their doors after 15 years of operation. So because guess what? They weren't needed. And this was the big thing. Games and online harassment hotline, right? They had this hotline that you could go, and gameshotline.org. And they were going to help people who were being harassed playing video games. Well, guess what? She's back.
What?
She's back at it again.
I don't understand what the concept of that is. What am is somebody gonna call me a bitch in the middle of a match and then I call them? Is that the point?
Correct. That is the idea. You get support by texting them or going to gameshotline.org.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I mean, when you look at their games and online harassment hotline, the games hotline is closed in October 2023. But they had the hate raid resource, the responding to blackmail digital safety guide, where to get help. Well, you can't get help anymore because it's shut down. So that's a shame. But
the most pointless thing in existence shut down. Oh, woe is me.
So she's back at it. And she had a post on her Instagram page just yesterday saying she's looking for work. And if you'd like to book her, she offers inclusive video game design support services. And you can see some of her clients along the way. Double Fine and Devolver, Ubisoft. I'd like to point out Ubisoft currently seeing some issues along the way. And she says, with a decade of experience as a feminist media critic and the founder of a nonprofit dedicated to inclusive representation in video games and pop culture, I've consulted on numerous projects of all sizes and AAA titles to small indie games. My team and I are focused on representation issues such as gender, race, sexuality, ability, class, and more by examining art, scripts, and gameplay. We provide developers with a detailed report to equip them with as much information as possible to make informed choices about their games. Now, you may be asking yourself, that sounds familiar. Mally, are you familiar with the company Sweet Baby Inc.?
I was going to say, yeah, that sounds like a Sweet Baby Inc. special or even a Dylan Mulvaney special. Sounded like anything she touches, she'll just...
Yes. Now, if you go back to it, this is exactly, when you look at the Sweet Baby Inc. website, pretty much exactly what it is here. Our mission is to tell better, more empathetic stories while diversifying and enriching the video game industry. We aim to make games more engaging, more fun, more meaningful, and more inclusive for everyone.
No. They were more fun without that.
Right. I think that I honestly feel that she's seen what's happened with Sweet Baby Inc. and these other consultancy firms, and she sees a market. She sees the market for this, and I think this is her stepping back into that market. For sure.
For sure. She has hope now.
Right. She has hope for the first time. Yes. Yeah. Correct, James. You are 100% correct. Now, you can see her consultancy approach is listed on her website. It says her approach is direct, honest, and non-judgmental. The goal is to elevate your project and provide essential education. Essential education provided by Anita Sarkeesian. Just want to point that out. Holistic integration. By the way, all this is done on like just some. I know this website builder that she used. It's insane. Identify common design pitfalls. Solution. Crafting complex, authentic characters. Yeah, that's good. Adapt. Modernizing historical problematic content. Right there. Nailed it right there. Appeal to a broader audience. There it is right there. I go back to something that Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers says all the time. If your audience is for everybody, it's for nobody. And I feel like that's a very, very core statement. How it works. I can begin engagement with you at any point in your development cycle. I've worked with clients long-term throughout the production while spot checking work along the way. I also provided reviews closer to the end of production to give developers confidence in their shipped game while helping them prepare for any post-launch concerns that would arise. Your project is unique, and so is my approach. I tailor our guidance to your needs, whether it's brainstorming, script reviews, or team presentations. Contact me today to create media that truly connects. I'm going to tell you this right now. I will be contacting Anita Sarkeesian, and I will be curious if she can help us reach a broader audience here on Side Scrollers, because I think that's really important. And I think that these are important things. If she's offering up consultancy fees and consultancy, I will gladly see what she's offering and how much it's for. And I want to learn more. I think you gotta put your hand on the, you gotta really dig in and feel the dirt when it comes to doing a little research on this. And I think that if Anita can go in and help expand our knowledge and expand our audience, hey, why not? Let's just give it a go and see what happens.
Hey, maybe sprinkle a little bit of DEI in there. It'll all be good.
That's right. Jesus Christ. No, I'm not actually going to do that, guys. I'm just throwing it out there. You guys are like, no.
The chat was mad.
Right. No, I'm not actually going to reach out to Anita Sarkeesian. I think the only thing I would do is I would have her on the show and be like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like,
Hi, welcome. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. You are the epitome of grifter, the epitome of it. The idea, you know what it reminds me of? God dang, it's so funny. There was a clip from this show called, what was that stupid show called? I think it was called Community. And it has this lady who's like, money, please. Have you ever seen?
Oh my gosh, I was thinking of that exact line. Yes.
Right. That's exactly what it's like. And that is Anita Sarkeesian. If somebody could please take this clip right here and put Anita Sarkeesian in it right here. Just brilliant.
That's her.
Please.
Oh, no, there's no money.
Oh, my bad. No problem.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I'll just destroy this office.
Oh, hey!
Money, please.